Ever dreamed of creating the next virus series or telling powerful stories on the big screen? This summer, your passion for TV can become a reality. Our TV Practical Summer Class is calling all future scriptwriters, producers, directors, video editors, reporters, news editors, and on-air personalities. Get hands-on training from industry professionals. Learn to shoot with professional cameras, master editing software, and produce your own content from start to finish. This isn't just a class. It's your launch pad. Don't just watch TV. Make it. Enroll now. Spaces are limited. Visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng or call the number 0706 777 9435 0706 777 9435. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Good morning and welcome to The Agenda. I am your host, Chike Ubog, and today we'll be discussing the August 16, 2025 by-election for the Ibadan North Federal Constituency as it approaches. Yes, and well, I have my guests already in the studio, but before then, yesterday I started with a series on the hypocrisy of posthumous praise. This culture of posthumous lies does not only insult the truth, it traumatizes those who were wrong. So imagine a widow who suffered domestic abuse listening to a preacher man declare her husband a great man of peace. Interesting. Or children who never knew a father's love, hearing him described as devoted and selfless. Such contradictions not only invalidate real experiences, but also make healing more difficult. The motivations behind this mass deception are very clear. There is fear. Fear of being labeled disrespectful or heartless for refusing to pretend. There's also guilt. Guilt from not being present or supportive when the deceased was alive. There's image consciousness. That's the need to appear gracious or noble, even if it means denying reality. But you know, in doing so, we are building a culture where truth doesn't matter, where death is a PR campaign, and where evil is excused with good grammar and glossy brochures. It is this same mindset that allows corrupt politicians to imagine that they will be immortalized with statues, with airports, despite decades of betrayal and exploitation. It is the same spirit that lets abusive family members cry crocodile tears at gravesites they never visited during the deceased's life. But what we must understand is this: the truth may be uncomfortable, but lies are destructive. Lies distort history. They send the wrong signals to the living. They make people believe that no matter how badly you treat others, someone will eventually sing your praises. But you know what? They still loriro. Welcome to The Agenda this morning. Dolapo Anjorin, it's good to have you on The Agenda this morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Chike. Good morning on your states.
This issue of this posthumous praise, people lying, when people, there's this saying, you don't talk ill about the dead. But when the dead is a bad person, Don't you call a spade a spade?
You know, in this part of the world, we love to call a spade an agricultural tool. You know, instead of actually saying it as it is. But what we hold the dead is just prayers.
Why do you pray for the dead who is dead?
Well, the Holy Writ supports it, at least.
For the soul to have a safe passage?
No,
or
not
for
because
God to forgive the person his sins?
Not because, well, for my own religion, whatever you have done, you have committed, you'll be judged by your works here on earth.
Here on earth?
No, here on earth and also beyond, hereafter too.
So where is heaven?
Well, wherever that is.
Is there any geographical location called heaven?
I believe there is.
Okay. And there's a geographical location called hell?
Yes, I believe there is.
Okay. Where is that?
Well, if you're a spiritual man, I believe, you know, you can.
But do you not believe is a doubt, actually?
No.
You don't believe? Believe is a doubt.
I don't.
You have to doubt before you believe.
Well, you can doubt, but I can tell you that the world is controlled by, you know, the spiritual realm.
Yeah, of course, it is.
So there is a God somewhere.
Maybe you have the remote control.
Well, I don't have the remote control.
Who has that remote control?
Well, my creator.
Your creator.
Exactly.
Well, this issue of people, you know, people are ill, they don't take care of them. When they die, you see them buying ashebi.
Yeah, expensive caskets.
Yes, they buy caskets and all that. And then the casket is lowered, and then you see the fanfare. Meanwhile, when the person was alive, there was no care. And then you see them cry, you know. And then you want to ask, is this how we continue living a false life in this society?
That's hypocrisy, definitely.
Hypocrisy. Well, we'll talk good about you when you eventually pass, right?
Well, I would say my legacy should be able to speak for me.
All right, I also have in the studio this morning the Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress in Oyo State, and the person of Wasiu Olawale Shadari. It's good to have you on the agenda.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be here once again, and I like to contribute to the discourse which you came up with at the start of the program. Even though I realized the fact that you are trying to put the leg of my brother out there, but he showed that he was up to the task. You know, we are Africans, and there are certain things that are peculiar to us on account of our geographical location and our background. And also, most of us are religious adherents. So we have our firm belief in our scripture and the teachings that that have been imparted on us while growing up. So, you know, in Africa, so we give ultimate respect to the dead, to the deceased, on account of the fact that no individual can be accurate or flawless when it comes to you judging the other person, because you cannot know everything about an individual, even if the person was so close to you, like say your parents now or your spouse or whatever. So it's only when you were together that you know what the person was doing. So why you were away from him or her, you don't know is that part. So there are certain people that we call bad, and in the face of God, they are good people, and vice versa. So we leave judgment to our Creator.
So politicians who betray the franchise of the people, for example, a politician who was voted under a platform, people came out in the rain, in the sun, and voted under a platform. And at the end of the day, he comes from that platform and goes to a platform that never voted him. Are you saying that when such a person goes...
What if the person did so on account of the fact that he felt that would afford him the maximum opportunity to serve the electorate, the people who voted him? Like, for instance, now, the hinting now is that people are defecting from other parties to APC. And if you ask some of those people, they will tell you that they are convinced that being the APC will give them a better opportunity to attract more attention to their constituents. So, and if they are doing that to maximize the rate at which they perform,
The same constituents that voted him in under a particular
Most of
party.
the constituents, they do not believe in a party A, party B. They want maximum performance from their elected individuals.
Then maybe we should start thinking of individual candidacy.
Eh?
Maybe we should start thinking of individual candidacy.
It's not something that we can do as individuals. It's a matter of constitution and
yeah, maybe we should look at it in a review.
Even if an individual emerges from no party, you see, that does not define who he is. So, how the mileage he can go on account of performance in office. So, the basic thing is for everybody trusted with any mandate to be sincere and to be accountable, and also to ensure that he does things that will speak for him after he must have left that office. So, because you cannot be in an office forever.
Of course.
You have a tenured opportunity. So whatever you do today, he will be there, it will be recorded for you.
All right, let's get to the crux of the matter today. The All Progressives Congress, APC, in Oyo State, is at the center of this political movement. But their journey to this point has been anything but smooth. To unpack it all, the publicity secretary of the party in Oyo State is here in the studio. We've exchanged pleasantries already. But let me tell you, dear listener, grab a bottle or a cup of coffee or a bottle of water, settle in, and let's get started. The upcoming by-election in Ibadan North Federal Constituency was actually triggered by the unfortunate passing of Honorable Musliudeen Olaide Akinremi. He was the APC representative for Ibadan North, but he died in July 2024. Today, we explore the APC's position, their candidate, and the challenges they face. Mr. Shadari, let's set the stage. Why is this by-election so significant in Ibadan North and for the APC too?
Thank you very much. You will agree with me that the unfortunate passing of later Akinremi necessitates that the vacuum is filled, even though it remains a sour grip in our mouth, which we must swallow whether we like it or not. So we are still sad or saddened by the unfortunate incident, because Akinremi used to be one of our best while he was alive, because he was a performer, always there for his people, and he raised the bar of representation while he was there. You know, he came in 2019 and he won a re-election in 2023. So he was there in that office for 5 years, and the 5 years have been described as the best, so in terms of political history of Ibadan North Federal Constituency. Don't forget that our Ibadan North Federal Constituency doubles as Ibadan North local government. So, and people there, they have areas of opportunity on account of the fact that they have their rep, they have members of the House of Assembly, 2 of them, Constituency 1 and Constituency 2, and also they have a senator. They belong to the Central District, and also Oyo South, and also they have their local government chairman, councillors, and other political appointees. And to carry it all, it is the seat of government. You have the government house in that particular local government, and you have the state secretariat. So in that particular government, and there you have very many monumental facilities like the UI, the Polytechnic Ibadan, and the Premier Hotel, and what have you. So it's a cosmopolitan local government. So where you have an array of informed and discerning minds, people who are so exposed, the educated one, and you have quite a good number of people. There is well-populated local government. So, but the case has always been that virtually everybody that is there as a leader know what is expected of him. But it's not always right to say that they have always been up and doing. But in the case of Akinremi, right from the moment he got elected, he began to showcase his passion, what he had in stock for the people, and he didn't let them down until July 10, 2024, when death snatched him away from us. And since then, things have never remained the same for the people of that particular government. So I wouldn't like to dwell so much on the activities of other elected or appointed people so who are not doing what is of them in that particular government. But Akinremi stood out as a responsive and responsible leader. So one would have expected an individual like that to enjoy longevity so that he will be able to serve his people more. Consolidate. But God said otherwise, and we have found ourselves where we are now. So, now to say the
significance for the APC.
It is because, you see, Akinremi did us proud. He got elected twice on the platform of our party.
Yeah.
So, and by that, he was able to at least add enough. He gave our party a good name. So, and he left a legacy that we cannot be proud of. So, and the fact still remains that we have many Akinremis in APC, or your APC as it stands today.
Oh, interesting.
We have many Akinremis. We even have people who can do better than Akinremi. But he had the opportunity at that time because God wanted him. So that does not mean that since Akinremi is no more, so there is no any other person who can take up the challenge from where he left. So, because nature also abhors vacuum, and even our constitution does not give room to vacuum. Yes. So the people of Ibadan North Government, they must have a voice in the House of Representatives. So the last 1 year, they have been without a voice. There's nobody to fight their cause on the floor of the House of Rep. So, and others who are expected, except the senator, who is from that local government, Senator Sarafadin Ali, is also from that Ibadan North local government. So he has been there for them. Now, others, the same thing cannot be said of them. The House of Assembly members, you don't get to.
Is it because they are in the opposition?
Well, you see, they have their own challenges. As member of the PDP, you know what the PDP means to our people in Oyo State and in Nigeria as a whole today. So I would like to say much about that.
Are you saying that everybody representing their people in your party in Oyo State are good people?
When you have a cause to juxtapose between or among many people who got elected, so you will know that those who have the APC extraction, they have always been the better option to the people. The records are there. The records are there. So we always have majority of our elected officials. We also them as performers. So most of them do not disappoint the people. From 1999, you go there and check the record. Between 1999 and 2025, Ibadan North, they have had the opportunity of tasting different options from the AD, you know, AD metamorphosing to AC, ACN, IB. So invariably, AD, ACN, they are still APC people.
That block
is still there. So the performance of the AD man who was elected in 1991 is there for people to know. So then also in 2003, the PDP used the power of the then federal government under Obasanjo. So they rerouted themselves into power and they hijacked that mandate from us. So they were there from 2003 and 2011. So what they did between 2003 and 2011, so it's there for people to see. So if you go to people now and you ask them, that marked the darkest period of their time, of their so under democratic dispensation now. So it has always been that those who got elected on the platform of the APC or the AD or the ACN, they have always turned out to be the best for the people in that particular federal constituency.
Are you saying that after 2011, your party came on board?
No, we produced another person.
And then since then,
the record of performance
continued.
No. You see, if you go there now, you ask the people in the constituent of Ibadan, not government, they will tell you that those who go elected of the PDP, you cannot place their performance, side by side with that of the people from the APC.
I remember there was a time Honorable Awoleye Dada was representing that local.
He did well while in office because you see, Yoruba will tell you that Abereto Lokundi, so a needle that has a thread with which you can trace it or control it. So he had no choice other than to perform because he was from our party, and you know we have this tradition of performance. So he couldn't afford to do less.
Okay, no, Akpo, you want to call me?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You've spoken about performance just now, and you've also, you know, praised the deceased yes, Akinremi. Now the question here is this: since you've talked about performance, I would need you to talk about specifics. You know, in terms of performance, we all know that he's a federal rep. How many bills did he sponsor or pass when he was on the floor of the House? And what measurable constituency projects did he actually deliver? So I would want to know the specifics.
Specifics for
yes, because you have exactly. Yes.
Thank you very much. You see, we need to be realistic with ourselves, and we have to be circumspect in our contribution or submission on this program. Akinremi is no longer with us there. Yeah. He's not standing for any election, so in fact he's not even alive to defend or to engage us in any discourse there. So the general view out there is that Akinremi was a performer. He did very well in office. So it's not for me now to lay bare his specific record of because there is no basis for it now. So the man is late already, and he's not standing any election. Okay. So what I know is that he made his people proud while in office. He was always ready to dole out projects, empowerment stuff. He got employment for scores of his constituents. Yeah. So what are we talking about? So and if you go out there now, you ask people, they will still tell you that Akinremi in your knee. So that's all I need.
Mr. Shadari, now you've tried to you eulogized the late lawmaker, and now let's move to your party. Yeah. It took your party time, according to what we've seen in recent days, to produce a candidate out of about 7 aspirants or 9 thereabout, out of all the aspirants that came out from your party. It took your party days, even beating INEC deadline, you know, to come up with a candidate.
What was the INEC deadline?
Well, INEC deadline is there. It was last week Saturday. You were even given an extension. Very sure from the records. Now, if you look, you mentioned the internal crisis in the PDP, that they also have their own and all that. But in your own party, there's been...
Can I get you the decisions?
Okay.
The time frame set by INEC for the purpose of the conduct of primary by political parties was it was a time frame between July 17 and 21. Yeah. So, and the July 21 we are talking about was last week Monday. Yes. So we had our exercise on Sunday, which was July 20.
I was at that venue.
So we had our exercise.
I'm coming to that exercise. I'm coming to that venue. I'm coming there. I'm coming there because we're going to delve into, because even as at
extended the deadline because of our APC.
As at 23rd, as at 23rd. No, but as at 23rd, there was no APC candidate on the INEC Rev, on the INEC portal.
INEC should be the one to
because there was still crisis within your party.
We had submitted our candidates before then. We had submitted. If they had not updated their portal,
okay, Mr. Shadari, let's get it straight. Your primaries were supposed to be held on Saturday, and then it was moved to Sunday. And on Sunday, there was chaos, as it were. It was moved to that Elele Ijokodo Road, an event center there, and then at the end of the day, it was not even concluded, because we still have reports there, because I went there, I saw for myself. And then, if you give us a quick overview of why there is internal wrangling. Some have alluded to the fact that a top politician who is serving right now has been the one in the middle of this imbroglio. However, you are the publicity secretary of the party. Feed us into what truly transpired and why we had a delay in a candidate for your party.
There was no delay anyway. But let me make this submission.
Yes.
In Yoruba land here, they will say, the bigger the head, the more severe the headache.
Okay.
So, Toribashi, Tobito, Penny, Foriashi, Ashi more. And also in Ibadan here, we say, Ili Aladi Ulati Bankpa. So, where you have a crowded family setting, you cannot rule out the element of noise and what have you, and opla. You see, that tells you that APC remains the party to beat in the state. Don't forget about that we left office, the governorship seat in 2019. And if 6 years after, you still have that potpourri of players coming to do what they know how to do best, I think you should give it to us.
But your players are not united, like those of the Manchester
United.
It
is politics now. It is politics. It is politics. You see, I wouldn't like you to put me in the storm before Man U fans. So you know I'm an Arsenal fan. So
well, even Arsenal fans are still united. Even Arsenal fans are more united than the APC we have in Oyo State at the moment, especially in Ibadan North.
It depends on how you look at it.
It's very evident.
We are united. We remain a formidable members of the same family. It's only that where you have different people from different background, you cannot rule out the fact that there will be times that they will have cause to disagree among themselves. And in politics, you can't always say that the atmosphere will be rancor-free or issue-free all the time, because virtually everybody in that setting is attached to an interest. And where interest of individuals, where the interest clash, there's bound to be uproar. So, in our case, when Akinwumi died in July 2024, it became necessary for us to emerge. And the feeling among our people was that these are rightful mandates. We shouldn't allow the opposition to stand it away from us. So, people from that particular constituency who felt that they were competent to emerge, they started their horse trading. They started mobilizing from one place to the other. And at that time, there was nothing from INEC or the National Secretary of our party suggesting that you people can start doing what you want to do. But they wanted to be proactive. So the way they looked at it, and that generated a lot of noise within the APC, even beyond Ibadan North Federal Constituency, because Ibadan North remains the nucleus of Oyo State. So you have to take that far from me. So everybody became interested, and we were monitoring their activities. So it came to a point that we had a record of more than 20 people jostling to have one ticket. And in such a circumstance, you cannot rule out the fact that there will be hoopla. So later, I think 2 months ago, INEC made an announcement, or less than, I think it was last month. So they announced that they were ready for that by-election, and the atmosphere became more charged as expected at that time, and people raised their game. So at that time, so don't forget that in Oyo State today, or in Nigeria today, we have close to 20 registered political parties. So if all eyes are now on APC in the state, I think that should be a plus to
maybe
us.
because you have an incumbent as president of the Federal Republic of
Even the time when the president was not from our party, APC had always been a party of activities. So you have people doing one thing or the other because people in our party, they are the best when it comes to...
Was there actually a primary election or there was a consensus?
There was a consensus. I will tell you how it was evolved, how it came to be. About 3 weeks ago, we were called by our national secretary at Abuja that some of the party ESCO at the state level should come without the aspirants to Abuja, and 13 of the aspirants were in attendance. So we had this interface with the national secretary of our party, so Senator Ajibola Bashiru.
SRJ.
So SRJ. So he called us into his office and he made this passionate appeal to all the aspirants that this high number of aspirants is unhealthy for the good of the game. So there's no way we can have a team of aspirants or let's say scores of aspirants just for one ticket. You are brothers and sisters in that particular place. So go and talk to yourself. So we want to reduce this number so that at the end of the day we don't have avoidable crisis. And everybody bought into it. And they promised that in the next 24 hours they will come back to him. So we have to stay back in Abuja so for the postponed meeting. So when we got there again, so about 3 aspirants stepped down at that time. So and 10 of them went ahead to purchase the nomination form, which cost 10 million naira. So the women among them, 2 of them, they paid for only the expression of interest, which was 1 million naira. Of course, you know, we are always gender sensitive in our party. So, eventually, 10 people registered as aspirants. Yeah. And the secretary of our party, national secretary, went ahead to meet them again, and he said, okay, in this case, you know, in Oyo State, APC is not in power. The governor there is not from our party. And we cannot guarantee absolute peace if we are to go into primary. Because before then, at the state level, we had done everything necessary to guarantee free, fair, and credible primary. So we had done our revalidation exercise. We had mobilized all the necessary logistics in anticipation of a primary. In fact, we were even ready for option A4. So we wanted every member of the party to be involved in that particular exercise because we knew what was at stake at that time. So and everybody had agreed with us. But when you got to Abuja, some of these aspirants came up with stories of we are not in power, we cannot guarantee peace, so we need to look at into that. Please, what you are now saying is that we should go by consensus option, and most of them said yes, we want consensus. So at that time, the man had to tell them, okay, you know how we do it. You have paid for the nomination fund and the expression of interest fund, so you still need to pay for the delegate congress form. So essentially, they all went to the appropriate office to make their payments. So they obtained form for their delegates. So at that time, and the man said, okay, as it is now, do we see how other people want to step down at the juncture? I think 1 or 2 other indicated interest to step down at the national secretary. They now fix time for the screening exercise. He said at the screening, there might be a need for us to withdraw the candidacy of some people on account of incompetence or
you prune down
the something. So it was on that day that we, the ESCO members, left Abuja because we had other things to do at home here. So we left Abuja. But the aspirants, they waited behind. So what happened between that time and the time they came down for the primary, we wouldn't know. But later we got to realize that they all subscribed to an arrangement so that Abuja should be the one, since we don't have a governor. You know, in Oyo State, the PDP, it was the governor who actually announced a candidate for them among the...
That's the party style. That's what they wanted.
No. You see, I wasn't there when that was on board. Feelers from the PDP suggested otherwise. You know, it was aftermath of that thing that the rural government party chairman resigned. So he resigned. Yeah. And when he resigned, he made public some details of what happened at that time. So, but that is their own cup of tea. It's not my business.
Yes,
so we are here about APC now. Yes. So the national secretariat now played the role of a governor. So what Seyi Makinde did with his people, so they did this with our people. So they actually came down to Oyo State to announce a consensus candidate.
Okay.
But I think some of the candidates, one of the aspirants, so who had subscribed to a particular arrangement, so they now had to backtrack. So when they got down here, and that was what accounted for what we experienced on that day. So but they still went ahead with that arrangement. So and that's produced a candidate at the end of the day. So today we are having a program, a meeting with all the aspirants. I can tell you that the crisis that has been reported was overblown. So it's a media creation. So in our party, we still have the atmosphere of peace and harmony.
So
all
the
aspirants
you are indicting the media now. However, some of the aspirants...
You know, I'm part of the media.
Yeah, but,
so we just the same family.
For now, you are on sabbatical. And then you've stuck with...
I was away to Abuja.
Yeah,
we had this seminar.
Now. Yeah. So I mean, you're stuck with politics now. So you're indicting the media at this moment. But
I dare not.
Some of those aspirants also aired their views. You know, they were not happy.
It's normal.
So it wasn't even the media overbloating it. It was these same people that were aggrieved that came there. And then
the reality on the ground today is that we are addressing their grievances.
Yeah, but despite you addressing their grievances, you still address it behind closed doors. I hope journalists will be there before there.
Mr. However, wants to say something.
I'll come to you, Dolapo, now. But when you talk,
I can see that he's an interested party.
Yeah, but you've talked so much about the unity of the party.
Yeah.
But at this time, we've been following, and then what it's looking like is like a polarized APC going into the elections.
There's something like that.
At that moment.
We will still go into the election as a formidable family. I can assure you that every relevant stakeholder...
Have you felt the pulse of Segun Laleye? Have you felt the pulse of Farouk Arishekola?
I spoke with him
this morning. Have you felt the pulse of
Lakpade? These are experienced politicians. These are party faithful. People who have been around for quite some time.
Mr. Shadai,
they know how it works.
Back here.
They know
at the aftermath of your meeting today, I'll still bring you back here.
Olaleye is a two-time
House of Assembly
member, and I got elected on the front of our party. Lakpade was the chairman of Ibadan North Local Government.
Yes.
Little for Farouk was a commissioner under Ajimobi.
Yes.
Omoba was a council chairman. So they have all benefited from the party, and they wouldn't want the party to crumble at this time of the day. So they all know the prospect that is lying ahead of them. So we have appealed to them, and we will still engage them. We are having a crucial meeting this morning. They are coming down from their various decisions to Ibadan today. So we are having an interface with them. So I can assure that they will all work for the candidate of the party, and that election of August 16, 2025, APC will carry the day.
What role did Bayo Adelabu play in all of this?
Bayo Adelabu is a minister.
Yes, he played a role.
He lives in Abuja, so I'm not his.
He came around.
Aide.
He came around.
So I wouldn't know the role he played because.
You are supposed to be.
If you know that he played any role,
yeah.
Tell you, let it be now.
So
who is Adewale
Olatunji to Bayo? Who was his anointed candidate?
The fact remains that Bayo Adelabu is reachable. He has his media heads. He has his people around.
He's your party man.
He's a
so of the party.
We know he's busy delivering on the money given to him by Mr. President as the Minister of Power in Nigeria. So he has never talked to us on this issue of Ibadan North. Okay. So he didn't come to the party secretariat. So we do not have record of him holding any meeting with any of the aspirants. So people can afford to say anything. If they have their fight, let them lay it bare. So I wouldn't like to dwell on a rumor and
you have a consensus candidate now.
Yeah, of course we are.
And he has
his name is Adewale Olatunji Astrop, aka Murphy.
Okay.
Who is going to win the election by God's grace?
Well, we'll allow the electorates decide at the time. Are you not scared that you have a coalition and their first list most tests will be the federal
where is the coalition?
Ibadan North Federal Constituency by election? We have the ADC. in Oyo State?
Who are the people in ADC in Oyo State? Have you mentioned their names?
They have politicians.
Who are they? Are they ghosts?
You have Hastro.
I do not know anybody that is APC today.
You have Adewale Olatunji for the APC. Yes. You have the Don for the PDP. And for the ADC, you have Femi Alamu Dexter.
Alamu Dexter was a candidate of the Labour Party in the last election.
Yes.
He ran for the same post and he lost woefully. So for him now to change his party doesn't mean that
there's a coalition.
Where is the coalition? Even in Oyo State, yeah, where is the coalition? What you mentioned Dexter now?
Yeah.
They mentioned another person that is in ADC in Oyo State.
We're just talking about the candidates.
Are you in
ADC? I'm just a broadcaster.
This is politics.
Yes.
Ghosts do not play politics.
Well, are you saying
human beings?
Are you saying even their candidate is a ghost? Is that what you're saying?
You mentioned only one individual.
Can an individual I'm just telling you that.
Can an individual make a party?
We are talking about candidates here. We are talking about candidates here.
Who are the supporters? Where do they have their meetings? Where is their party's secretariat in the Ibadan, even in Ibadan or not?
You're saying the party does not exist.
The party doesn't exist.
So you're saying it's personal non grata.
No.
Okay.
I respect the person of Dexter Akin Alamu.
Okay.
So he's my brother.
Okay.
Not even so much. But I will advise him that it's better at winning soul for Christ. So he should delving into politics.
You want him to just stick to the preacher's man's side?
That's where he can perform optimally.
Oh, so he's not. You don't see him as a politician?
Well, I respect him and I wish him the very best. That's what I can say for now.
Okay. Dolapo, you want to comment?
Yes. Many party faithful in the APC are saying this crisis is not just about Ibadan North. But, there's a wider issue of how the APC's internal democracy, how APC handles their internal democracy, rather. So what are you doing differently to regain the trust at the grassroots level, most especially when you have less than 30 days to the by-election? And how do you also intend, to unify the warring factions, get them on board, and also get them to compete against the PDP candidate that has already had, a hedge?
We are not scared of the PDP because we have absolute trust in the electorate in Ibadan North. Don't forget the fact that they have always trusted us with their votes in recent times. So we won in Ibadan North in 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2023. So the people who made it happen at that time, they are still very much alive now. So, and these are people I describe as informed, exposed, and discerning. So they know what APC represents, and they will always trust us with their mandates. And we are only waiting for the INEC to blast the whistle so that we can hit the street with our colorful campaigns as we always do. So we have no problem concerning the voters in Ibadan North. They are our people, and we know what they want. So that is that. On the issue of, you see, there is no way you can have absolute peace in any political gathering because of what I have explained earlier in the course of this program. And where you have 20, 21, 22 individuals just for one ticket, there is no process that will produce one that will not come with its own backlash. So what you are experiencing, or what you experienced, I think was normal as far as we are concerned. There has never been a time that we had this phobia for crisis, because we know we have a potent mechanism with which we can turn crisis into an advantage. So, and that's what we are doing now. So we have weathered the storm. The process is over. Our candidates have emerged, and we are ready to mobilize all concerned, including the aspirants, the aggrieved ones who are now on the same page with us. So they are brothers, they are sisters, they know themselves.
Okay.
So and
sorry,
we keep engaging them, we talk to them, and I can assure that most of them will lead the campaigns in their respective wards because they all belong to different wards in that particular government.
Okay, let me say this. If the APC loses the by-election,
God forbid,
who takes responsibility? Is it the national body, the state faction, or the factions in Ibadan North?
We cannot lose that election. So
no, I'm just saying if
that will not happen. It won't even happen.
No, but
if it happens, who takes the responsibility?
It won't happen. Wait for it. Let that August 16 come.
Mr. Shadari, let's get it straight.
Let's get it straight.
If it happens the APC loses the election, would you blame the national body for bringing up a consensus? Or would you blame the state ESCOs for not taking charge?
Or the faction in Ibadan North?
If that happens, everybody will have his own share of the blame.
Because so some of the things that will be coming up at that time is, why did the ESCO in Oyo State not choose a candidate? Why must it be Abuja that will choose a candidate for the APC?
There's an allegation that says Baba Sokpe is much more prominent in the APC.
So the allegation, you cannot prove the allegation. So it remains what it is.
You just said it.
Mere rumor.
No, you just said it.
Mere rumor. We don't dwell on rumors. Yeah. So we face the facts. We address the realities.
So let's get back to the question.
So
what if
we cannot lose the election? And if that happens, because there's maybe 1% possibility of us losing the election. If that happens, every concerned stakeholder will have his or her own share of the blame. So, but I can assure that we will dot our I's and cross our T's. We will not leave any stone unturned to ensure that we win that election, because it's a litmus test for us, because we want to use that election to announce to the world that we are ready to reclaim power in the state in 2027. And that we will do everything humanly possible to ensure that our candidate wins the election on August.
So, Mr. Shadari, is it not an aberration that you had ESCOs in Oyo State and you had to allow Abuja decide for you who becomes your candidate?
Abuja didn't.
You said it.
They didn't decide for
you said the national. You said
Abuja.
No, you said hold on,
Abuja is a superior authority.
Yeah, but you said they acted as a governor. That you had the national
secretary. They meanwhile the process.
Who now had a consensus.
You cannot afford to be rudderless. A body without an head is.
But you have a state chairman.
He was involved. The chairman was involved.
So why didn't you have your consensus here in Oyo State?
You see, in most cases, you can't be a judge in your own case.
Okay.
So
you need an outsider to judge for you?
They are not outsiders. It's still the same APC family.
Okay. So why did that happen?
It happened because it ought to happen.
Is it that the ESCOs were not competent enough to taking decisions on their own?
We played our part, and we did virtually everything that was expected of us. And today we do not have any regret. So we had a cause to. We don't sell nomination form in Oyo State here. So they all went to Abuja to buy form, and in the course of purchasing form and clean up for the screening exercise, so the national body came in and they did what was expected of them. So we do not have any regret over that at all. We are not here to lament. So
the PDP in Oyo State seems so formidable, led by the governor. So
do we even have a party called PDP in Oyo State?
They do.
All we have is SMP, Seyi Makinde party. So PDP does not have a structure in the state. It is not the governor that called the shot. He decides in his bedroom. Whatever he decides becomes the norm in that party.
You're saying the PDP. You said the
governor won the Ibadan North local government convincingly.
Yeah.
Ibadan North election. But we had an election before the governorship election. So we had the first time of election and we won everything. The presidential election, the senatorial, the House of Rep, we won. So it was shared. You need to respect our electorate in Oyo State. They are informed people, set of people. So they wanted they preferred the Seyi Makinde to our candidate at that time. And they went for him. So now, whatever becomes of it, so it's none of our business.
You made a grave allegation now. You said there's no PDP in Oyo State. And you said they don't have a structure. That what you have is Seyi Makinde.
Where do they have their meetings? Their party meetings?
They have a secretariat.
Go there. It's a ghost place. Go there now. Molete is deserted. All you find in front of their office is the activities of these tricyclists and Okada people and taxi people. So they hardly hold any meeting in that place. if I put it to you now that you should tell me who the woman leader of PDP in Oyo State is, can you get...
I'm not a politician.
Can you get the chairman to come to your studio area to do an interview with you? So it's only the acting PRO who doubles are the youth leader that comes on here to make some noise, then they will go back. So you come with a script, they tell you blah, 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 blah. That's all. You see, political parties, you must see a party, a serious party, you must see them in action on daily basis. So you go to all the wards in the state, we have 351 wards. There is no ward in the state that where we do not have our weekly meeting as a party. So at local level, we do have our meetings. We have all our executive committee members. They do what is expected of them. So at the state level, you go to, okay, I don't know. So I have reported to my office this morning before I came here. So the woman leader is there, youth leader is there, the secretary is there, all the central chairmen they are there. So they have their offices in that place. And also we have our secretarial staff. Go to Malete now. What will you find there? The place is deserted. Nothing is happening there. So you judge by that. You don't say because they have a governor in place, they now say the party is formidable. What we have is Seyi Makinde party, and there is an expiring period for that. So by May 2027, there will be nothing like PDP. Go to other states. So the PDP has been reduced to nothing in the political stuff. Of Nigeria. So you get to read about PDP only in the newspapers.
In 10 seconds. Yeah. Is there governance in Oyo State?
Governance?
Yes.
There is governance, but there is no good governance.
There's governance, but no good governance.
Because we have a governor in place.
Okay. And the governor is not doing well? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that is a topic for another day. Governor Makinde, to me, is not doing well, and I have my facts to portray that particular assertion, and we all know it. There is no way a governor will have access to that enormous resources coming in on daily and weekly and monthly basis. Then they will not have one or two things to point at as his achievement. So all this window dressing, all this noise making they are doing at the appropriate time, everybody will get to know that Seyi Makinde has been a bad omen to the state in the last 6 years.
Strong words there. Thank you, Mr. Shadari, for featuring on the agenda this morning.
Thank you.
Dolapo, thank you for featuring. Do a bit quiet, but thank you for featuring on the agenda this morning.
My pleasure.
Well, let's keep this conversation going. Do follow us on all our social media platforms on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The handle is @Dominion Broadcast, and on the app X, it is @DominionCast. You can visit our website at www.dominion.org.ng. My name is Chike Obogu. Stay positive and have a great day.